Peace be with you. Well, this is New Year's Eve, and it's the end, or coming of the end, of a very hectic, dramatic, and just amazing year. 2020 will be remembered for a lot of things, okay? During the course of this year, I lost my soulmate, my beautiful, beloved wife, Talia. I pray Allah forgive you for your sins, and that you died the death of a martyr, and that you in Jannah, and that one day, inshallah, if Allah is pleased with me and allows me to continue to walk on the straight path, the Siratal Mustaqim forgives me for my sins, my errors, and my faults. I pray that I may join you and my righteous ancestors that I pray are also there awaiting my arrival, inshallah. Man, so hey, some good news. I was saying that they was lying about that stimulus check. You know, I was saying that American government is so deceptive, you know. It went through a lot of stuff, but check it out. You know, the amount of money, $600, you know. I mean, you know, we grateful, you know, because something is better than nothing. But I want my brothers and sisters, the human beings, you know, the beasts are listening, and they always trying to spy on what the human beings are saying and doing anyway, but that's to no avail, you know. The main reason why the check was knocked down from $2,000 to $600 was because they did not want to cut the money that they allocated to two major multi-billion corporations. Fact, not fiction. And the first one was Facebook. Okay, yeah, the government allocates and gives Facebook a certain amount of money. They have a cooperation type of thing going on, you know. And that's also why you have police that in every city, in every county, in every state that get paid to sit at a desk. They're computer specialists, and they search through Facebook to find out what a person is saying, like what I'm saying right now. Okay, somebody from wherever, whatever level of government or state or city officials are listening to see if anything that is being said is incendiary, or if it's provoking any type of violence, or if it's conspiratorial, you know, if it's outside the law but still within the law, you know. Then they also use it to bust criminals, stupid, dumb, young, dumb, dumb cats, man, from the ghetto and even from the country bumpkins, you know, running around with guns and shooting people, and then get on Facebook and start bragging on it. You know, stupid gang initiations from all those gangs, no matter what colors they fly. You understand? Slicing people, jumping people, beating people, you know. Somebody tried to push me in front of a train. Boy, was they in for a big surprise. But anyway, you know, that's what they do, you know. And then if it's posted up, you know, they take that picture and then they pass it on to another squad who, goes and does if it's gang. They got a gang task force. They pass it to them, and they know the particular colors and the, signs and whatever, and they go out and they find those individuals, and so on and so forth. So that's why they pay Facebook billions and billions of dollars, for cooperation and also for information that Facebook gets through other sources. All right. Same thing with Twitter. Twitter's kind of new, and they getting like what 60, 70 billion dollars. And the congressman I just got finished watching the news, and he wants to increase, our budget up to $2,000, and he says he wants to knock the money off that is being allocated to Facebook and Twitter because they are multi-billion-dollar revenue-making companies. They don't need that money. Okay, they make billions and billions off of what they do. You know, so why is the government putting them before they're putting the poor working class people, who are out of jobs, people not fortunate enough to have a computer and sit at their house and do some type of work where they can get paid, I mean, it's really pathetic, I mean, it's like a smack in the face. Take this $300 for the past 6, 7 months and stretch that out or try to pay some bills, or maybe try to put some of that toward rent. How many people can't pay rent, haven't paid rent, on the verge of eviction, but they can't evict? But what happens after that? You understand? Forget about that, how people living, how they eating, and this 311 call and get food, it's a travesty. It's a joke, I dialed it, the halal, and man, listen, what they give you for a day. Let me show y'all, because I'm sure, you wouldn't really think that this is a realistic type of thing, but I'm going to show you. Do you see this? You see that? Let me get you one more, because you might think that I'm joking. You see this? I haven't touched that. Okay, those are 2 plates. That each one of those are a meal for a day. All right, and what they do, they come by once a week. That's halal. That's the Muslim part, but it's not the Muslims giving it, but they got halal, kosher, and regular. Okay, and that's what they give for us to eat for a whole day. And they say it's a minimum government regulated nutrition to keep us alive. Okay, they're not concerned about us being hungry. They're just concerned about people not dying from hunger. Okay, look at me. I mean, look at me. Okay, really, like, yo, look at me. Look at me, man. Man, in my 60s, look at me. You think I can survive and not be hungry off of that, man? Thank you for the grace and the blessings of Allah, and I'm really thankful. I want to take this time to thank my family, man, because my family has really came through for me during this time, and man, especially my sisters, man, Jean, Candy, May, I love y'all, and I thank you for everything, especially for the help y'all gave me in moving into this new apartment. I really appreciate everything, and y'all make sure I'm not hungry. I had one of the best birthdays, I had a birthday month. Y'all sent me food every day, and I'm so grateful for that. And I know that everything comes from Allah, and Allah moves the hearts and the minds and the limbs of the people that are human beings. And the blessings that come to you by the hands of people is surely by the grace of Allah. And we should be thankful for every good thing that we get, because that increases our appreciation, and with faith we believe it will increase our blessings in that form or another, sooner or later, inshallah. So I'm going to make this one brief, okay? but I'm going to get back on, and I'm going to put some of the original uh, noteworthy videos that I did over the year, especially on analytical thinking, to think analytical about what's going on around you. And oh, one more thing I wanted to mention about environment, okay, and where you at, and because where you at sometimes can be about the color of your skin. All right, I'm not a racist. I'm a human being, okay, and I love all human beings, and I hate all beasts, okay. I don't care what color you are. You know what I'm saying? You human. You conduct yourself in a righteous manner. We on, okay. If you a beast and you blacker than tar, you my enemy, okay? And you the enemy of Allah, and you the enemy of all that's righteous and good. Bottom line, okay? So anyway, out in a place called Yonkers, or what was it? Uh, Fresh Meadows, Fresh Meadows. Every Monday and every Friday, they have a drive-through where people are given a 25-pound box of food. This has been going on for a month now. 25 pounds. But you got to have a car. And people line up on this line, where the big giant parking lot is, and they wait and they get 25 pounds of food. And this past Monday, they gave out 25 pounds plus a turkey. And one of the ladies they had on the news said she has so much food from these people that she gives it to two neighbors that are elderly and can't drive and don't have a car and can't make it. But they provide, top quality food that are given to them through, supermarkets and places that, have top quality food and can afford to donate, and that sounds something like what we used to do when we were Black Panthers. We used to go to different places and ask the people, yo, we got hungry kids, man. Can you donate some food so that we can feed them? They hungry. And they used to give, surprisingly, a lot of them used to give. So it's an insult for New York City to give some little tiny plate that the shelter gets more than that as a meal for a whole day, And I did it as an experiment. And inshallah, I will be giving that to my neighbor or somebody who's in a situation that really needs that, But such is the facts and the realities. Anyway, I'm going to get back with my good peoples, my brothers, my sisters, my beloveds, my Muslims, my Christians, my Jewish listeners, all my human beings. You will have some more words of truth, facts, reality that is based from analytical thinking passed on to you before the evening is done, inshallah. So with that, I'm going to say, as I always do in parting, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah barakatuh, but of course, power to the people.